pussy little face.
Hi Sagittarius, welcome to May 2015. There's a powerful, intense Scorpio full moon on May 3rd. And Scorpio is 12 signs from you. So going into May is going to give you an opportunity to do a lot of cleansing and releasing. Scorpio rules that area of your life that has to do with self-defeating patterns you disown or deny. So it's where we get in our own way and sabotage ourselves, and we can project what we're doing onto other people. Now, we all have a 12th house, and we all can sabotage ourselves. We can all get in our own way. We can all limit ourselves. So it's not personal. It's that it's now your cycle to do some house cleaning. It's time for you to look at your life-work balance. Taurus rules your service in the world, how you work in the world, your daily routine, your lifestyle, your work habits, your health habits, your psychological diet, how you feed yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And I coach people. I believe that your wealth is in your health. All the money in the world isn't going to do any good if we don't feel good, if we don't have physical strength, if we don't have mental strength, right? And so this is a time for you to really look at what you're doing to increase your health, your well-being, your vitality. The better you feel, the more you can do. The more you can do, the more you can attract. So Taurus is about your true values, what you love and value, your core values. When you align your intentions, your goals and objectives with what you love and value, you create success for yourself. I love to inspire and uplift others. That's my number one value, to inspire others. Everything I do is so that I can be here with you. So where's your body? Where's your body? If your body's over here, right, sitting and doing nothing, but your intention is to launch a new website or start a new business, what's your body doing over there? Okay, so think about that. This is where the focus is for you this first part of May. Merry, merry month of May is to look at your life-work balance. And are you too focused on work at the expense of your emotional needs? Are you too focused on your party time, relationships, distractions at the expense of your career advancement? Now, with the Scorpio energy being this way, it is giving you an opportunity to empower yourself to increase your income, because Pluto is in the area of your talents, your gifts and abilities, your sense of self-worth, self-respect, appreciation, and it's in harmony with the sun. It's trine in the sun and sextile in the Scorpio moon. So powerful Pluto can empower you to regenerate your health, well-being, and vitality, so that you are increasing your income, so that you are increasing your resources. Use the True Values program. It can help you align with what your number one value is. Don't let the world determine success for you. You determine what success is for you. You define success for yourself. It could be overcoming an addiction. It could be overcoming a situation. If you can do such things, that's success. Now, that Scorpio energy is asking for you to look at how you get in your own way, how you limit yourself, how you frustrate yourself. It's the area of unfinished business. It's the area of karma. And Scorpio is a very karmic sign. You know, what goes around comes around. As you sow, so shall you reap. And so it's a time to really look at what you've put out there and what you're getting back. This is when the chickens come home to roost. I do like the Scorpio moon, though, because Pluto is in harmony with it. Neptune is in harmony with it. Your ruling planet, Jupiter, is T-squaring it. Well, when Jupiter squares things, he only makes them feel better. He's not like other planets. Jupiter is T-squaring the sun and the moon. So Jupiter is empowering you to Really look at what you know to be true, what your truth is, what your wisdom is, and go by your truth and your wisdom and do what's right for you. And use your higher consciousness, your super consciousness, to overcome your limitations, to overcome your frustrations. The 12th house is also the house of your hidden strength. So sometimes our greatest weakness, well, our greatest weakness can be our greatest strength. So look at what is getting in the way and how you can turn it around so that you are creating life-work balance and increasing your resources. Jupiter wants to help you do that. Pluto wants to help you to do that. And one of the best ways to do that is take that emotional baggage out to the trash. Okay, so this emotional baggage that's been piling up with you, okay, put it in the trash bags and take it out to the dumpster. Take it out to the garbage truck. Cleanse yourself, release. It's a great time to detoxify. The spring is a wonderful time to do a fast. It's a wonderful time to cleanse the body. When you cleanse the body, you cleanse the mind. When you cleanse the mind, you cleanse the spirit. It's the body-mind-spirit connection. You're really focused on that this month. The body-mind-spirit connection. And remind yourself, it's okay to be human. It's okay not to be perfect. It's okay to not always get it right, right? You know, rejection is the opportunity to redirect your energy. Reject, redirect, redirect your energy. If something's not working, don't put more energy there. Focus where the love is. Focus where the energy can go. Now, this fixed energy empowers you to be focused on your work, to be focused on your goals, to be focused on your health and well-being and vitality, and overcome all obstacles. Even the Jupiter T-square can do that. Jupiter can empower you to overcome childhood conditioning, past life conditioning, to achieve your highest aspirations, to become your fullest potential, to become great. And so use this energy to overcome obstacles. The mutable energy is very strong this month. That is the Gemini, the Sagittarius, the Pisces, and the Virgo. And it's even going on at this very intense Scorpio full moon. Mercury is in Gemini being opposed by Saturn. When planets are opposed by Saturn, Saturn says, where are you out of balance? And what are you doing? You know, Saturn is the one that says, oh, really? You got these big ideas? So Mercury's in the area of relationships and Saturn is in your sign. So Saturn is, you know, asking you, what are you doing in this relationship? How's this relationship working for you? And I don't mean just intimate partnership. I mean anyone you're partnering with. Your public, people you consult with. Mercury, the messenger, is in the area of relationships, other people. Are you projecting your limitations onto others? The shadow self, the self-defeating patterns you're denying and disowning, are you projecting them onto your partners? Are you projecting them onto your friends? Are you projecting them onto your colleagues? To avoid the work you need to be doing with you, right? That's what the ego does. Right? And so be aware of your projections. Be aware of what's really going on. Scorpio rules truth, emotional truth. And it's all about, you know, coming to Jesus. It's about coming to the truth and you know, owning it so that you can change it. You can't change what you don't take responsibility for. You can't fix or change what you're not acknowledging. And it's okay, you're human. We're all human. We all have a 12th house. We all sabotage ourselves. We all get in our own way. And so it's a time for you to cleanse and release these patterns that are no longer serving you. And if you do it, you rise higher, you soar higher, you hold more light, and you can accomplish a great deal. Okay, so when Mercury opposes Saturn, Saturn's going, well, what are you doing with this contract? What are you doing with this situation? What are you doing with this relationship? You know, he's testing what you think is true. He's testing what you think you know. And that's good, because when he tests us, then we know if we got something legitimate or if we're, you know, fooling ourselves, if we're just fooling around. Venus enters Cancer on the 7th, And that is the area of deep intimacy for you, relationships, shared resources, so sexuality. So this could be stimulating your sexuality. It could be very great for your relationship. It can be stirring up deep passion inside of you. It's an opportunity to look at your shared resources, look at your tax structure, make changes where needed so you have more cash coming in than going out. Then Mercury squares Neptune on the 9th. Now there's a lot of this business going on this month, and it will go on next month too. Neptune is actually the strongest planet I'm looking at right now because he's direct and he's ruled by Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is in Pisces, and he's direct and he's moving, and he's almost up to 10 degrees now. And so for those of you Sagittarius born in that first, not in the first 10 days, but 10 days in, right? Born, around, the 8th through the 12th of the days in, right? Because Sagittarius starts in November. So say, those of you born December 4th, anywhere from December 1st through December 10th, you are working with Neptune now, okay? And Neptune represents your highest levels of spirituality. It represents levels of God consciousness beyond our human mind, our human egos. It represents spirituality. It represents creativity. It rules the movie industry. It rules the music industry. It rules fantasy. It also rules illusion, delusion, deception, and confusion. It rules fog. It rules where we can be fooled. And for you, it's in the area of foundation. It's in the area of your inner being. So it could be you're fooling yourself, or there's family members fooling you. Mercury is in the area of relationships. So what relationships could potentially be deceiving you right now that you don't want to look at, that you want to be, oh, it's so wonderful, right? And when Mercury squares Neptune, it brings liars and thieves, okay? So people can be deceiving you. People can be lying to you. It's never what people promise. It's always what they do. It's never the talk. It's always the walk. And so if the behavior doesn't match the promises, you have a liar. You have someone who's out of their integrity, who has no honor. And this energy is ripe for it. So it's not that Neptune's trying to deceive you, it's that you are deceiving yourself by not wanting to see the truth about a situation or a person. And it's going to be ripe this month. And you really want to look at it because those Sagittarius born in that time frame, but it could be, for any of you, because you could have planets in the early degrees of Sagittarius are being squared by Neptune, that's where you can be deceived and fooled. And you always emerge the loser because you never have all the facts. And Mercury rules facts and figures, but when it's being squared by Neptune, it's not giving you the facts. And so people can be lying to you through the email. They can be trying to get into your checking account. They can be trying to have you click on this website so that you get a nasty virus that steals all your data on your computer. You see, so this is, beware of where you're putting your energy. Beware of who you're trusting. Be your own best friend. Trust your instincts. Now, no matter what Neptune's doing, or Pluto, or Uranus, or Saturn, your mind can be fooled. Your eyes can be fooled. Your ears can be fooled, but your instincts can't be fooled. Your gut cannot be fooled. Your intuition cannot be fooled. Trust your intuition. When you connect to your intuition, you're connecting to your soul. When you connect to your soul, you're connecting to your mighty I Am presence, and you get a direct line to Prime Creator, Jehovah himself. And you can talk directly to God. People can fool you. Your eyes can fool you. You can be deceived by your own environment. But your instincts and your soul will never fool you. Connect to your soul. It's your source of power. Now, Mars enters Gemini on the 11th. On the 15th, he opposes Saturn. So now Mars is in the area of relationships. So other people could be challenging you at this time with Mars in the area of other people. And Mars is like Aries. Mars is ruled by Aries. Mars just wants to go. Mars is puppy love. It's pure positive energy. It wants to move. It's action and desire. It's passion. And it just wants to go. It's the gas pedal. Saturn is the brakes. So as planets jump into Gemini, the first thing they meet is Saturn. Now, I'd rather deal with Saturn because at least I know my limitations. I'm not being fooled with Saturn. So with Saturn going into, with Mars going into Gemini, you may be really excited about someone, and Saturn's going, oh, really? Do you really know this person? Have you checked out their background? Have you checked their references? Oh, you want to hire this person? Oh, well, have you checked their references? Okay, so Saturn tests you, right? Oh, you're giving a lot of energy to other people. What about what you need? What about the restructuring going on in you? You have Saturn in your sign. He will not be back for another 29 years. You are rebuilding yourself on the deepest of levels. You are restructuring and redefining who you are, Sagittarius. This is very significant. You don't have the energy for an elaborate social life. You don't have the energy for an elaborate career life. Not when Saturn's in your own sign. Doesn't mean you can't have a great career. Doesn't mean you can't have a great relationship. But you can't be putting all your energy there. You have to keep your energy because you're restructuring yourself, you're redefining yourself. And so when the energy planet goes into the opposite sign and you want to be focused on other people, Saturn is going, wait a minute, are you getting your rest? Did you do your homework? Did you do this? Did you do that? Are you getting things done? Where are you out of balance? Balance is the key. It's not about being too focused on people at the expense of your career or being too focused on career at the expense of self or your personal relationships. It's about, they're not in conflict with each other. It's about finding that balance, right? Life-work balance. Now, Venus will harmonize with Neptune on the 16th. This is beautiful energy. And this is where you can smooth over relationships with the family, where with your partner, business partner or a personal partner. Or for those of you in multiple relationships, all your partners. and then there is the Taurus New Moon on the 17th. Now, this new moon is very late in Taurus. It's almost at 27 degrees. And because it's so late in Taurus, it's opposing Saturn. So, again, Saturn is looking to say to you, where are you out of balance? Where are you been focused too much at the expense of, okay? Balance is the key. Find your balance. Do what supports your balance, and you'll feel great. And you'll be ready for new opportunities. Jupiter is direct now. He's climbing to the top of the chart. When he hits Virgo, that's when your career is really going to light up and take off. August 11th. He enters Virgo. Mercury retrogrades May 17th through June 11th. Now, Mercury retrogrades 3 months, 10 weeks out of the year at 3 times, 22 days a time. And 10 weeks out of the year, we cannot stop business, we can't stop life. However, it's not the best time to get married. And for you, with it retrograde in your 7th house, for those of you looking to get married, please wait till June 12th or 13th on. Okay, so, it's not the best time to get married. It's not the best time to launch a new business. It's not the best time to buy a house, buy a computer, buy a car. If you can wait, you'll be much better off. Now, if you're selling things, sell to your heart's content. It's buyer beware, not seller. The reason is because when Mercury's retrograde, we go subconscious and we can be deceived. It's like the Neptune aspects. You don't have all the facts. How can you act effectively when you don't have all the information? You can't. So this energy is better to research, re-strategize, build a new website, launch it on the 12th or the 13th. The reason I say don't launch on the day he goes direct is because Mercury is the craziest. The day he goes retrograde, May 17th, and the day he goes direct, June 11th. So it's better to give him a couple days to get his head on straight before you do anything with him. And now, if you've been out of work and you get a job offer, take it. You can't stop living. However, if you can wait till the 12th or the 13th, it's better. It's just better. And, everyone's affected by this energy, whether they follow their astrology or not. When Mercury goes retrograde, we are all subconscious. That's why we don't see things. We miss things. You can bump into things, right? You drive and all of a sudden you bump into something. I didn't even see it. You didn't, because you're subconscious. You're in a dream state. So how can you make big decisions when you're in a dream state? And it's going to be easier, though, because Mercury is retrograding in Gemini. And that's a lot easier, say, if he was retrograding in Cancer. He doesn't do well in the emotional signs, water signs. This is his ruling planet. He rules Virgo and he rules Gemini. So he's very happy to be retrograde in Gemini. And it makes it easier for us. But go to my website and use Navigating Mercury Retrograde, the do's and don'ts, because there's things you don't want to do when he's retrograde, and there's things that he's very good for, like going back over things. I have found a lot of mistakes I've done when he's retrograde. By going back over things, I find things like a detective. You dig in, you go, oh my gosh, that's been wrong all this time. No one told me, no one showed me. Oh my gosh, you can fix things when Mercury's retrograde. So it's a good time to talk to your partner. It's a good time to talk to your public. It's a good time to talk to other people, but it's not the best time to make major decisions because you don't have all the information. Now the Sun will enter Gemini on the 21st. And then the Sun will oppose Saturn on the 22nd. So again, you got this big focus going on in relationships this month, but Saturn in your sign is going, hey, don't focus on him, don't focus on her, you got to focus on you. Let them, fix them all, let them solve their own problems. You got a whole world of stuff to do over here. So love you more than the need to fix, save, or rescue, right? Practice the law of allowing. Allow everybody to be where they are, because that's where they're learning. And if you take their learning from them, then you're taking on their karma. They don't get the lesson. They don't get to grow. They don't get to be self-masters. And you get way down because you're taking on karma that's not yours. And you've got enough going on with Saturn in your sign. And you're restructuring you. It takes a lot of energy to do that. If you're feeling tired, rest. Don't push. Only do a lot on the days you have the energy. On the days you don't, cat naps. Rest. Big message for you to be focusing on your wealth is in your health, and your health focusing on your well-being, resting and recharging your batteries. And by doing that, you're going to feel really good by the end of the month and look back over the month going, wow, I'm really glad I took care of myself. Now Venus is going to oppose Pluto on the 21st and square Uranus on the 25th. And for you, that's about your resources. It's about shared resources. Watch your spending. Watch where your income is going. Whatever you can do to lower debt, to increase your cash flow. You're going to have an opportunity to really look at that on the 21st and the 25th during that 4-day period. Sun opposes Saturn on the 22nd, and then Mars squares Neptune on the 25th. Again, you're looking at relationships, and go by what people do, not by what they're promising you. See how that rhymes? Go by what people do, not by what they're promising you. If the walk matches the talk, then you can trust them. If the walk doesn't match the talk, don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Don't get caught up in some fantasy relationship, some illusionary relationship. Go by what is true. And then you're navigating this energy quite well. Now, Mercury retrograde will couple with Mars on the 27th. This is good. So this is where your mind and your drive in life can speak your truth. I want you to speak your truth on this day. If anybody's been giving you a hard time or giving you the runaround or promises, I want you to shoot that arrow, that Sagittarius truth, that Saggy truth arrows. Shoot those arrows and you nail the truth. There's nothing like the sword of truth coming down. When that sword of truth comes down, it cuts through all the bullcucky. So cut through the bullcucky and have your bullshit antenna up. You're going to want it up all month, okay? The Scorpios got it up, and now I'm telling the Saggies, keep it up, right? That way, if your antenna's up, you're on guard, right? Forewarned is forearmed. And it's not that anybody's going to get away with anything, all kinds of foolish things, I get these crazy emails and all crazy kind of things people try to, pull, and it doesn't mean they get away with anything, right? You got a delete button, delete. It doesn't mean they're going to get away with anything, but they're going to try. Watch, because when Mercury's retrograde, it brings out the liars, thieves, and betrayers. And when Mercury squares Neptune, liars, thieves, and betrayers. Mars squares Neptune, liars, thieves, and betrayers. Sun square Neptune, liars, thieves, and betrayers. And so there's this energy going on this month and into June. And you just have to keep your guard up. You have to pay attention to what you're doing, what you're, investing your time and energy into. So the Sun will couple with Mercury on the 30th, and this is great because this is will with the mind, and you're going to get tremendous insight into your relationships. So you'll know by the 27th and 30th who to trust and who is full of you-know-what. Now the Sun will square Neptune on the 31st. Here we go again. So as planets move into Gemini, jumping Gemini, they run into Saturn, which I don't see as a negative because it's Saturn going, what are you doing? He's the coffee. Neptune's the wine, right? Spill the wine, dig that girl. And so you can find yourself, with Saturn going, uh-oh, I really need to look at this. But with Neptune, it's like, oh, isn't this wonderful? Everything's going so well. Right? We're all about to go over the cliff. We're on the Titanic, So pay attention to your instincts. They will not let you down. They are there for you, Sagittarius. They're totally there for you. So looking over this month, relationships are a huge focus for you this month. And that's anybody you're with, anybody you're intimately involved with, anybody you're partnering with, your public, people you consult, lawyers, doctors, anybody. Your doctor could give you a false diagnosis. Don't just go by what they say. Get a second opinion, especially if you don't like the results. If you like the results, fine. Really look at your relationships and see if you're getting your needs met and what you need to do to improve your relationships. I wouldn't make any major decisions because Mercury's retrograde, and he's retrograde till June 11th. So you're not going to really have the full clarity until Mercury goes direct. By the middle of June forward, that's when you're going to have tremendous clarity. And you'll really know what you need to do, where you need to go, and where your true opportunities are. Those of you looking for love, it can happen, but I would really pay attention to who this person is and how they're presenting themselves to you and make sure that they are who they're presenting themselves to be. Because this can be, the married guy who says, hey, I'm single. And, come to find out, they go on, I love how they go on these dating sites, Match.com and Harmony and all these other sites, and they're married, but they're looking for partners, So just be aware of, who's showing up and who they really are. The money can improve for you. Jupiter is direct now, and Pluto is in your money house, and Pluto is empowering the Sun and the Moon at the Taurus Moon, and you can increase your income this month and next month and forward. Venus is in the area of other people's resources, so you could be getting more money through a tax payout, an insurance payout, a royalty payout. Your partner could get a pay raise. Your partner could be bringing more money home. So money is definitely on the increase for you, Sagittarius. It's just really important that you stay grounded and you cleanse and release what no longer serves you, and you're focused on your responsibilities and duties and what you need to do so that you are acting effectively and achieving your goals. Health, it will be good. If you're out of balance, then the health will show it, right? The body is the messenger. What is your body saying? Are you tired? What's going on? The body's telling you if you're doing too much. And see, that's one of the challenges with this mutable energy, especially when the moon moves into Virgo on the 25th and the 26th. It's going to form a grand square. The moon in Virgo in your career sector is going to square the Sun, Mars, and Mercury retrograde in the area of relationships. It's going to square Saturn and Sagittarius, and it's going to oppose Neptune and Pisces. And I love the Gemini energy. It's a party sign like Sagittarius, so they're fun. I love Saggis. I love Geminis. You guys are a blast. And so, it's a celebratory energy. It's really fun. However, it can also cause extreme restlessness, mood swings, nervous exhaustion. Mercury rules the spinal column, and when it's being activated like this, you can just have too much on your plate. So there's going to be a lot coming at you in May, a lot of invitations, right, which is fun. You know, want to come to this party, want to come to this party. Oh, we're having a cookout here. Oh, we're having a nice networking event over here. And what about this? And what about that? Come, right? And so you could be invited to all kinds of different things, right? But that doesn't mean that they're really, you know, helping your goals, right? Or aligning you with your values, right? So the message for every sign I'm telling everyone in May is less is more. Do less and you'll have more. Work less and you'll have more, right? You'll have more energy, you'll have more money, you'll have more time. So less is more. This mutable energy is very good for adapting and changing, right? The cardinal signs kick us into action. The Aries is puppy love. It's pure positive energy. It just wants to go. Let's move, let's do this, let's do that, right? But doesn't mean you get anything done. It's the fixed signs that ground the energy and overcome all obstacles. It's the fixed signs that are the most powerful. It's the fixed signs that are determined, that are strong, that can overcome all opposition to achieve its goals. And you got that with the Scorpio, Taurus, and the Jupiter and Leo. The mutable helps us adapt. The mutable helps us bend so that we don't break. The mutable helps us change because everything is happening so fast that we need to change in the moment. We might need to change our direction in a moment, right? Minute men, minute women. We're going to move in a minute. So the mutable energy is here to help us do that. However, you know, the shadow side of it is it can be all chatter and no substance. It can be, you know, all promise with no delivery. It can be, you know, the liar, right? The person, the compulsive liar, right? That just compulsively lies about everything. And so go by the truth. Go by what you know. Go by what's true for you. Do what's right for you, and you will ride this energy, and you can use this energy to move up in the world. And next month, it's your full moon. So it's going to be all about you next month. And so, you know, take your time during the retrograde. Take your time this month. Work on your well-being. Work on loving you. Take a wait and see with people, especially if they're promising you the sky. You know, if they're promising you moon and stars, wait and see if they can deliver. And remind yourself it's okay to be human. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, favoring, and Google Plussing my podcast, Sagittarius. You're so awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, it's very easy. The link is below. You go to my astrology service page, you purchase a session, upon checkout, you get a link to my schedule, you get scheduled. Or if you're interested in coaching, you want to work on some career strategies or a new business startup strategy or some relationship concerns you might have, it's very easy. You go to my coaching service page, you purchase a session, upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule, you get scheduled. I'm also doing live webinars starting in June, where you can interact with me. I'm doing live group coaching. The first one's going to be on love, astrology and the law of attraction. The second one's going to be on money, astrology and the law of attraction. You can sign up now. I would love to see you there. So until next time, Sagittarius, take your time and do what's right for you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, please be true. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. I do.
Rise beyond her years, she took away all my tears, swept away all my fears with her big grand eyes that she sang, hello, it's gonna be okay. Hello, there's plenty of rainbows tonight. Hello. Would you be so bold to forget the lies?